The two gunmen who opened fire outside a Prophet Muhammad cartoon contest in Texas did so in the name of the Islamic State group. That's what the Sunni extremists who control large parts of Syria and Iraq have claimed today, saying the attackers, who were shot dead outside a conference centre near Dallas, were soldiers of the Caliphate. One of them, Elton Simpson, had been a terror suspect. Joining me now is Wassim Nasr, France 24's expert on jihadi movements. Wassim, first of all, we've got the Islamic State group claiming responsibility for this attack. Just how credible is it?
It's 100% credible because it comes from the radio station of the Islamic State, Al Bayan, and they issued their daily journal, if I may say so, which they issue in many languages. And by the way, it's out in English. It was out in English a few minutes ago too, so they repeat what they said already in Arabic. So claiming the responsibility and naming the two attackers as soldiers of the Caliphate, as you said, which gives this operation like a credibility, saying that it's really them, because there's a big difference between claiming clearly like they did and saying it was a good thing to do, or as they did, for example, with Koulibaly, who attacked here in Paris the Kasher supermarket at the same time when the Al-Qaeda, the Qashi brothers, were mandated by Al-Qaeda to attack Charlie Hebdo. So this is really important. It should be taken very seriously, and they never claim something that they didn't do.
So the implications are huge, really, because this would make it the first time that the Islamic State group is behind an attack on US soil.
Exactly. The implications are huge, even though this operation failed. In military terms, they failed in their attack, but the aura of the group is going to get bigger and bigger because of this, because it's the first time, as you said, that the Islamic State hits on the soil of the United States. This is one point. There's another point also, which is very important. They succeeded in turning two U.S. citizens against their own country, as before, as the Tsarnaev brothers did in Boston, and they were inspired by Al-Qaeda at the time. They weren't even mandated by Al-Qaeda. So there's no way to compare this with 9/11, of course, but this is a new step beyond, if I may say, for the Islamic State, by hitting on American soil and by turning around two American citizens, despite the fact that the attack failed. And we should know that they promised more and more attacks on American soil, and we should remember also that supporters or fanboys, if I may say, of the Islamic State are they are in big numbers in the state. The biggest number of fanboys of the Islamic State are their IPs anyways, are in the United States. So it should be taken in consideration, and the United States is also concerned, as Europe, by foreign fighters joining jihadi groups. We should remember that the media officer of Al-Qaeda for As-Sahab, the media branch of Al-Qaeda, was killed in Pakistan in a drone attack a few weeks ago, and he was American. Sheikh Al-Awlaki, the first cleric, jihadi cleric that called foreigners to join jihadi groups. At the time it was Al-Qaeda, was American too, and he was also killed in Yemen by drone strikes. So Americans, as Europeans, as everybody, are concerned with this phenomena. And today, of course, one more time, the Islamic State, by hitting on American soil, we are one step beyond in this war.
Now, you say the Islamic State group managed to recruit two US citizens, so that's official then, is it, that the attackers were American? What more could you tell us about that?
Yes, of course, and as you said, one of them tried to join Somalia. So as Jihadi John, which is the butcher of the Islamic State, who decapitated many foreign hostages, and he's in the ranks of the Islamic State in Syria. So there's a big indication about this, that these two persons were from Somali origins. Both of them tried to join Somalia, so Al-Qaeda, and today, finally, they find themselves in the ranks of the Islamic State, which shows us that the Islamic State today is much, much more attractive for the new jihadi generation, and capable of motivating people all over the world, even though they are not as professional or as accurate, if we may say things this way, as Al-Qaeda.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for all of that, Wassim.